Uh, Good evening. Oh, it's almost good night here in Czech Republic, 1 hour more. My name is Filip Šír. I'm the main person in the Czech Republic who's dealing with the preservation of the audio culture heritage in last 8 years. It's interesting, but the Czech Republic no national sound archive or any kind of institution who's dealing with this preservation or this topic, preserve the sound culture heritage from the Edison to the born digital audio. So for me, it's really interesting. And if I'm right, we met with Eva last year at ARSC, if I'm right. Yeah. And it's really not too much people who's dealing with this most important thing, the first or early recordings. And that's how we also set up the project almost 3 years ago, that we had a chance in the Czech Republic under the National Museum as a research institution also to write a project about setting up and developing the workflow which will be preserving historical recordings, the historic recordings we called cylinders and 78s. And we did it. The Ministry of Culture gave us 1.3 million US dollars for 5 years. So we build a team. Now we are in the middle, so the team is going down because we can work 5 years on the same topic, so it's like up and down. But last year we had a chance, or almost 2 years ago, we had a chance to see one special machine. I'll show you. I hope you can see the screen. Am I right, Eva? Can you see the screen? Okay, cool. Yeah. So the project's called New Phonograph, listening to the history of sound. And it's giving us a chance, an opportunity to really bring the knowledge to the Czech Republic. And if I'm telling bring the knowledge, that's I will explain that bringing the knowledge from the Library of Congress, Indiana University, colleagues from the United States, colleagues from the Europe. We are lucky that we came almost 2-3 hours after the end of the session, because we are putting together the knowledge it was developed before us. So that's good for us because we don't need to develop anything else. But still, we are developing new things, and we are bringing new things from our team together. What we did last year is, and this is something what you can also read later, but we didn't bought a machine just for the National Museum. In the National Museum there is a biggest collection of the cylinders, almost 1,200. It's nothing if you compare with the Library of Congress or with other institutions. But after that, in 2019, when we brought the machine in the Czech Republic, we found that in the cooperation with the university, Mejzr University, and a survey through the cultural heritage institutions, we did through the libraries, we did through the archives, but this year we are doing through the museums. After that, or during this period, we found more cylinders. And in the National Museum, the cylinders came from the Czech radio or Czechoslovak radio in the 60s, and nobody knows the content. You know how looks the cylinders. If it's commercial, then it's pretty simple and easy to match the lid, match the cylinder. But we found that there are almost 200 brown cylinders from the era almost the same what Bob said or described in the New York Public Library from the era 1902, 1956. And if you know a little bit about Antonín Dvořák, Rusalka, or arie from the Rusalka, it was the time when they began or started to recording. And these almost 200 cylinders are or were hidden for us more than 100 years. And now we are trying to find all information from the newspapers, from the old memories, these singers like Franz Pácal, Bohumil Pták, Otakar Mažák, and you can find them on the Columbia, you can find them on the Edison cylinders. So if we will be lucky, maybe we will find the cylinder from the premiere of the Rusalka in the National Theatre, for example, in 1903. But without this kind of machine, and the machine's called Endpoint, it's only this machine can be solution for many collections around the Czech Republic, but more for many collections on the east from the Czech Republic, because a lot of collections are or were digitized 10-15 years ago, but still there's a lot of cylinders hidden somewhere in the archive, in the attics, in the basements. And this machine works contactless, and so using a laser and using also the stylet, so you can use the reference tone, and it's only the machine in the Europe. That's why we call number 5, because the previous machines are at Stanford, Library of Congress, Indiana University, and the Nick Burke's or David Juman house. So this is the first machine in the Europe, and we will be really happy through this machine and through the collections and through the cylinders to open another important and interesting topic, how I met Edison Phonograph for the first time, for example, because this is the period around 1888, 90s is full of exhibitions in Paris, exhibition in Prague, 1891. And for us, for example, almost 50, 60 years, everybody knows that. I mean, everybody from the musicology environment or historians. Oh yeah, 1891 in Prague, Jubilee exhibition. Oh, I don't have the time. No, I've got the time. Okay. Is the first? Oh, I don't have a time. Okay.